Hey guys, not a super long video today, but there is something I wanted to touch on real quick. For those of you who are not aware, and I have a video on this, which I'll link in the description. It's not too long of a video. I think it's like a 4-minute video. But basically, a couple days ago, Moses on Twitter, he put out a tweet saying, "Yo, why did they add a cop nameplate? 343 must not watch the news." Now, what he was referring to is in MCC, well, at least for the Halo 3 ODST flight that was going on at the time, there was a nameplate in the game which resembled red and blue cop car lights, and he included a image of this nameplate in his tweet. Well, Sketch responded to this tweet saying, well, that's obviously a nod to the New Mombasa police in ODST, but yeah, agree, it's a sensitive direction in the current climate, so we are going to address it. And then Sketch went on to say in a second reply, "It's got nothing to do with supporting or not supporting the fictional police of New Mombasa. The fact that it is polarizing is why it'll be addressed. These comments are why. It's a game." Now, in that video I have linked in the description, that quick 4-minute video, I share my thoughts on how I felt about this. How I feel about Sketch coming out and saying they're going to address this nameplate that resembles cop lights in MCC. But in this video here, I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on 343's obvious bias. So, with Moses' tweet, Sketch was pretty quick to respond. I think it took him about an hour and a half. And you know, honestly, Moses, his original tweet was not calling for the removal of this nameplate, but yet Sketch was real quick to reply and say this is going to be addressed. And now I've heard reports from people who actually got into the Halo 3 ODST flight that they have taken that nameplate out. And even if they haven't taken it out yet, I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna do. Hey, real quick guys, I just wanted to jump in here and say that as I'm editing this video, there has been an update to the Halo 3 ODST flight, and this nameplate is now removed. It's no longer in the game. And you know, it really makes me wonder, did 343 intentionally try to spark controversy over this? Because notice how day one of the flight, Moses puts out this tweet saying, "Oh, look, there's a cop nameplate." And Sketch is quick to reply and say it's going to be addressed. And now I'm hearing reports that it has been removed. So it was that easy to remove this cop nameplate. You didn't like it, right? So why was it even in the game in the first place? Without hesitation, Moses wasn't even calling for the removal of this. I don't think anyone was calling for the removal of this nameplate. And they're so quick to address it. That's a little weird. You would think they just wouldn't have included it in the game to begin with, right? And you know, the reason I think they want to remove this nameplate, despite there being police presence in Halo 3 ODST, in Halo 3 ODST you have the NMPD, the New Mombasa Police Department. You got police cars scattered around the city. There's police officers in the game that fight alongside you, that actually shoot at you under certain circumstances. And I wonder if they will remove them. Fortnite removed police cars. They might get removed in Halo 3 ODST. The police cars, the police officers. I don't put that past them. But, you know, the reason I think they were quick to remove this nameplate is because they don't want people able to show support for law enforcement. I think that's what that is, even though it's clearly a nod to the fictional police of New Mombasa, as Sketch said. Yeah, apparently they don't want anyone supporting law enforcement. They act as if that's objectively a bad thing, like you're supporting some terrorist organization. And they have a BLM nameplate in the game. There's both good and bad in the BLM movement, and good and bad when it comes to law enforcement. But the BLM nameplate, that stays, and this cop nameplate a nameplate, which is a nod to the fictional police in the game, red and blue lights, it gets removed so quick. The bias is honestly disgusting. It appears that 343 will only respond to certain people in the community, and they will only acknowledge certain ideas that align with their own. Now, the other day I put out a tweet, and this tweet got a good amount of traction. And this was, I believe this was the day after Moses had put out his tweet and Sketch responded. So I said in my tweet, "Dear 343, many people play video games to escape the harsh realities of the world, and I think it would be downright insensitive and disgusting not to address the fact that players can be killed by police officers in Halo 3 ODST." And I included a video of a police officer shooting and killing me in Halo 3 ODST. Now, yeah, I did betray 2 allies before this officer shot and killed me in-game, but that doesn't change the fact that a police officer pointed his gun at me and shot and killed me. Oh, it's just a game, right? Well, oh, it's just a game doesn't work when you try to defend including the cop nameplate in the game. No, it's just a game doesn't work there. But I was met with several comments saying, oh, it's just a game. And also, if you get all the audio logs in the game, there's a cop later on in the game that shoots at you, unprovoked. You don't even betray any allies, and you're getting shot at by a cop. So with the nameplate, Sketch had said, agree, it's a sensitive direction in the current climate, so we are going to address it. That was pertaining to the red and blue lights. The spooky red and blue lights. Woo! Well, are police officers shooting me in-game, is that considered a sensitive direction in the current climate? Or not? Now, when I put out this tweet, I tagged Sketch, Postums, Unishek, Snickerdoodle, and I got no response. It's been over 24 hours. This was actually my most popular tweet, believe it or not. And no response. I'm pretty damn sure they seen it, but my tweet was just met with silence. Hashtag silence is violence. The bias here is so blatantly obvious. They could have assumed that my tweet was just satire. That's fair, but that's nothing more than an ignorant assumption. That's all that fucking is. And, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I just wanted to shed some light on that. I get no response to my tweet expressing concerns about being shot at by police officers in the game. But Sketch was so quick to respond to Moses, who put out a tweet really just acknowledging the fact that there was a nameplate in the game that resembled red and blue cop lights. Wasn't really even calling for the removal of it. Wasn't even complaining about it, really. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really curious to see what Halo 3 ODST looks like at launch. Who knows what they'll do? Who knows what they'll remove or keep in? It's just really weird if they took out a red and blue nameplate, but yet they're going to keep cop cars in the city and keep police officers in the game. That really wouldn't make much sense. What about Halo multiplayer? It's red and blue. The scoreboard is red and blue. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But again, I think their main reason for wanting to remove the nameplate is because they don't want players showing support for law enforcement. That's what that is. That's going to do it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think about all this. And one last thing I'll say is, I think we can all agree it's just a game. You know, it's just a fucking game. You know, keep politics out of video games. Even if you're someone who hates the police, you think they are evil, and you fully support BLM, I would hope that you could agree that it's just a game and the inclusion of a nameplate like that isn't a big deal. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody. Actually, no. One more thing. I keep forgetting to say this. I've been meaning to say this in all my videos, but I just keep forgetting. I wanted to let you guys know that when ODST Firefight drops on MCC, I will be doing a 24-hour game of Firefight. I put out a video, I think it was like a month or two ago, announcing that I was going to be doing this. But in that video, I said that I was going to be doing this stream the day Firefight drops, but I'm actually probably not going to be able to do it on that day. I'll probably do it that weekend. So if ODST Firefight came out on a Tuesday, that following weekend is when I would do it. But here are the rules for this. So it's going to be a single game, and I know it's going to be me and at least one other person in there, and we're going to be doing a 24-hour game of Halo 3 ODST Firefight on Legendary. And my rule is, if we run out of lives and we lose, the 24 hours resets. Now, with that being said, the longest I will go is 48 hours. I've never stayed up for 48 hours, but I will fucking do it if I have to. So yeah, and like, I'm committed to this. I want to make that clear. Like, there is no bitching out halfway through. I will do this. I will do the 24 hours. Another thing, technical difficulties. I am prone to dealing with that, so there is a possibility the stream will drop, and if it does, well, I will pause the timer and I will continue where I left off when the stream resumes. So that might mean, hey, I might have to restart the Firefight game, but I will do it. I will complete the 24 hours. If we fail, I will restart. I will go a maximum of 48 hours. I did do a 24-hour game of Halo 3 Octagon. Some of you know that. And I have that video on my channel. I'll link that in the description if you want to check it out. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know I will be doing that 24-hour game of Halo 3 ODST Firefight on Legendary the weekend after it releases on MCC. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to let you know that. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.